Hey guys, this is Brian with Inspiring How You See That. We're the channel that talks about all different kinds of music and entertainment and interviews some of your favorite artists. And today we're back at Craft House in Pittsburgh and I have a very special guest. I'm Bryan Kuznitz from Fame on Fire. And Brian, thank you so much for spending this time with us.
Yeah, Brian, thanks for having me out here. It's good to be back in Pittsburgh, good to be playing here again. I was kind of telling you a little bit before the interview. Last time we played Pittsburgh, it was at the Smiling Moose, downtown, and it sold out, which was fucking unbelievable. It's our first sold out show ever. It was us headlining it. Never seen anything like it before. And during that show, now the Smiling Moose, I don't know if the people at home know, but to get your gear up those stairs, we have a rack that probably weighs 500 pounds. I'm not even exaggerating. It might be more. But so we had to get this rack all the way up the stairs. Now, me being the singer, I'm not with that shit.
But you got a microphone. You're good.
Yeah. I hold my microphone. But yeah, we had to get this rack all the way up the stairs. We finally get it up. We deal with the sound guy. He smelled like a sound guy. It was not pleasant. I was sick as a dog. This was pre-COVID. This was maybe like early 2020. Maybe I think it was February 2020. So it was cold as shit too. And so I'm like, and I'm like all pissed off because I'm sick. I hate being sick for live shows. And we get up there and the room just starts filling up. And I go back to our RV at the time and just take a nap because I'm just trying to get as much rest as I can to get my voice back. I come back up the stairs to the room that I don't think anything of, and it's just packed. It's hot, it's sticky, and it's just packed. And I was like, this is amazing. And I walk in there and everyone's like, I felt like it was like the fucking Titanic after like Rose dies. And like she like walks in the bar and everyone's just like clapping or whatever the fuck. I felt like that was it. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? So
So that was your welcome to Pittsburgh moment right there.
Yeah, crazy. And so like I'm just like, and everyone's like, hey, what's up? And everyone knows who I am. And I was like, okay, this is weird. And so we finally get on. I finally get on stage and ready to go, and we start playing our first song, which I'm not sure what it was at the time, but we start playing it, and everyone's singing. And I go, oh, this is easy. This is so easy. Here you go. So I took our bass player's microphone and threw it into the crowd, because we have wirelesses, and it was just great. And so, coming back here to Pittsburgh after well over a year, year 6 months, we're just excited to be back because the energy out here is unmatched. And I remember those people. I remember the fucking faces. I remember going into the crowd singing with the fans. It was just, the energy out here is unmatched, honestly.
Nice.
So we're excited to be here, I'll tell you that much.
Absolutely. And now's the time of year because you're from Florida, so if you come in a couple months, you're gonna freeze if you're up in this area.
I like the cold weather, but it also, to an extent, growing up, I always wanted to see snow.
Yep.
I went to Colorado not too long ago and realized why everybody hated snow. I was like, okay, this is I wasn't skiing or anything like that. I was just going out there because my sister lives there, and I was just visiting, and I was like, wow, snow actually sucks. And then people are like, oh yeah, but it's way worse on the East Coast. And I was just like, really? Yeah, it sucks. Snow sucks. I was like, okay, yeah. It does.
I'm from Erie, 100 miles north of here, and we're right in a snow belt. It comes right off Lake Erie, and oh yeah.
Yeah, you hate the cold, don't you?
I don't mind it, but you get sick of it after a while.
You ever been to Florida?
Sure. I have. Yeah, my brother lived in Sarasota for a little bit.
Oh, Sarasota's nice.
Yeah, real pretty down there.
Very nice.
But
very wealthy.
Now, you said, so this is your second time back in PA, correct?
Yep, second time back in PA.
And you guys actually, just last year, released your album.
Yeah, we released Levels pretty much a year ago on the day. I mean, give or take a week. Actually, I think it's actually a week. Exactly. Yeah, so, we released it a year ago, and, the reception's been great on it. We haven't been able to tour on it because of COVID.
Right.
But this is going to be our first time seeing those songs in effect, which is exciting. And not just that, but we're also playing songs, because we were locked up, not playing shows. So what do you do as a musician when you're locked up, not playing shows? You write more music.
Right.
So we pretty much have finished up an entire second album.
Nice.
And we're playing 2 songs from that album tonight, and none of them are released, and we don't expect anybody to sing along. But we just expect...
If they do, you're like, wait a minute, how do you know?
Yeah. But people sing along, or try to sing along,
sure.
Which always happens. I think it's going to be great. I think people are just going to enjoy hearing something new, fresh from us, and also hearing the songs from Levels that they've been listening to for a year now and still haven't seen us.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Now, if you wouldn't mind, kind of briefly walk us through how Fame on Fire came to be.
Okay, I'll give. You want the 5-minute version or the 20-minute version?
Let's do 5.
Okay, we'll do 5. Okay, so the 5-minute version of how Fame on Fire came to be. So, I was living in Orlando at the time with Blake as my roommate and our buddy Arthur as our roommate. Who, if you guys go back in the early videos of Fame on Fire, you'll see Arthur on bass.
Okay.
So it was Arthur, Blake, and I living, and Alex, our drummer, he was living in South Florida still, and he just goes, "Hey, I want to do a drum cover of Katy Perry's Unconditionally." And we said, okay. Well, I was recording music at the time because I record all the Fame shit along with Paul, our bass player. And I was like, okay, well, Blake will help you get the drum parts down. Like, just come up here, we'll get the drum parts down, and then we'll just go from there, whatever. And I charged him like $200 or something like that, which is kind of expensive at the time. Just drummers. So he does the drum cover, and then Blake, our guitar player, goes, "Yo, this would sound so sick if we threw guitar on it." And he goes, and Alex is like, "Oh, go ahead and do it, whatever." And Blake comes up to me, he's like, "It's my studio." He's like, "Hey, we're gonna throw guitar on it." And I was like, "Do whatever, man, I don't care." So they throw guitar on it, then he puts bass on it, and then they go, "Yo, you want to get a singer for this?" And I look at them and I go, "Who the f*** are you gonna get to sing this song?" Like,
Katy Perry?
yeah, who the f*** are you gonna get to sing a cover of Katy Perry's Unconditionally? And they're like, "Why don't you sing it?" I'm like, "No, I'm not a singer. I'm an engineer. I'm a producer. I don't sing." And they go, "Okay." And I'm like, "Just go find somebody." So about a week goes by. They don't find anybody because we didn't really know anybody at the time. And Blake eventually sits me down one morning. Like, we're just, out back enjoying a cup of coffee and smoking cigarettes at the time. And he just goes, "Please just fucking sing this song." And I go, "Fine, I'll see what I can do." So we go in the booth. I sing the song. I hit it. Not well. I did a lot of work on the back end of it, but I hit it, and then I did all the post-production and everything for it, and it came out really sick. And so then, we fast forward about a week, we shoot a video for it, fast forward another week, video drops. Within a week of the video dropping, it went to 60,000 plays on YouTube, which is massive.
Yeah.
And it was being played on iHeartRadio nationwide.
Nice.
A cover of Katy Perry's Unconditionally. And so I remember I was out at like some bar in Orlando, and I just started getting blown up on my phone by people I'd never seen before in my life. I'm like, they're like, "You guys are playing on the radio." I'm like, "Who's you guys?" Like, we weren't even called Fame on Fire then. It was just called Alex Roman Katy Perry drum cover.
It's like new phone. Who dis?
Yeah, literally. And so people are hitting me up because they like found our socials and shit. And they're like, "You're trending, like all this shit." And I was like, "What is happening?" And that's when I figured out, oh, this is how you get recognized as being in a band.
There you go.
You rip the shit out of a cover. So we did nothing for another year and a half, and then we hit another cover. And then we started taking it seriously around, like, I would say probably 2016. We got management, and yeah, now we're here. But yeah, we were not known as Fame on Fire. We did not have a band name. None of us wanted to be in a band because we all grew up together. I've known Alex my whole life. I've known Blake my whole life. We literally all live right next to each other. And then Paul kind of came along because I ran a studio with him. And so he's like, "Let me be in your band, let me be in your band." I was like, no. And then eventually Blake was like, "Just let him be in the band." I was like, "Fine." So, yeah. And so, yeah, that's really how it all came to be.
Nice.
Purely on accident, too.
Sure.
Yeah, none of us intended for any of this to happen, but now we're here, we're making music, and we're having a time.
And sometimes that's one of the best things, is when you don't see it coming. And
Yeah, it was a very lucky coincidence, and I'm very blessed to have all this,
Sure.
honestly.
Now, you mentioned starting out doing covers. Like, I know you did Adele's Hello. And how do you combat when people call you a cover band?
I mean, it's really simple. You just release original music. It's just that. I mean, if people want to call us a cover band, that's fine. Like, you can call us a cover band. Like, I do get what the issue. Like, I have an issue with people going, "Oh, you're a cover band." Meanwhile, they go listen to fucking beboop music of somebody. Literally, like, it's a DJ playing everybody else's songs, or it's a DJ remixing a famous song already. And I go, what's the fucking difference between that and what we do?
Exactly.
What is the difference? It's it's a massive double standard, but reality is you got to put out original music and let people know what you're truly about, what your image is, because people can't see you through a cover.
Sure.
That's the reality of the situation. So we put out the album, we put out an EP, we put out multiple singles, and so, now everyone's perception has kind of changed. That's why we're like lucky enough to do these tours. We're on tour right now. We're about to link up with Ice Nine Kills tomorrow.
Nice.
And so yeah, and that's the tour we're doing right now. Throwing in a couple of headlining shows in between, and then in November we're going on tour with them again. So that's how you get these things, is by doing original music. But covers was a great way back in the day to get noticed. Now it's definitely more. It's a little gimmicky, and it's a little bit harder to get into, because you really gotta be talented.
Yeah.
In order to do it. I feel like that's like the thing. It's like, us, Our Last Night, I Prevail. Those, like, we were lucky enough. I feel like we got in at the last second.
Yeah.
Before the doors like kind of closed.
Sure.
But we were lucky enough to get in and do it and show that we were talented enough to earn people's approval, and that's why we're here today.
Nice. And in reality, show me one band or artist who doesn't start out singing somebody else's music. I mean, come on.
Totally. I mean, like, you want to talk about like artists throughout time?
Yeah.
Like the Beatles, Elvis. All these massive people started out by singing other people's songs.
Yep.
I mean, Elvis stole all the songs.
Yep.
So it is what it is.
Exactly. Now, you had mentioned that we were talking earlier, you were saying that you've got enough music that you can actually do kind of a second album pretty soon. Where in the process are you guys with that right now?
As far as the second album goes, we have the album title. We have the title track. It is been mixed and mastered. It's all done. It's being worked out distribution-wise with our label at the moment. Yeah, we haven't recorded everything on the album. We've recorded fully 2 songs.
Okay.
Like, done. No, it's 2 songs. And then we have everything else just written and demoed out. But, we are just recording everything. Everything's written. We just have to finish recording it when we get back home during October, and also during December and January. We'll be recording. It's basically just vocals at that point.
Nice.
Working on that. And then there's some additional production stuff that we have to finish up on the album. But other than that, once we record it and send it off to be, either I'm mixing it or somebody else is mixing it, I don't know yet. But once we get all that figured out, we're going to send it off, and then we'll be done. Probably be out. We're hoping for March of 2022.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, which I think would be a great time. Hopefully all the pandemic shit's over by then.
God willing.
Yeah, seriously.
Now, one of the things that I really appreciate about you guys, whether it's your original stuff or the covers that you do, is you don't pigeon yourself into one style of music. I mean, you've got rock, you've got hard rock, pop, even some hip hop. How would you describe your style to somebody who hasn't heard you guys?
If you like the Bee Gees, you'll probably like us. No,
Staying alive tonight?
Yes. My guitar player has been trying to get me to do a cover of that song forever, and I've refused it every single time.
Beats would probably be a huge hit if you did.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna pass on that one. Just say hard rock, a bit more aggressive, but just hard rock. We're not nu metal. We're not. We are like rock with hip hop influences, like a lot of them. But that's basically it. Like, if you took emo rap and mixed heavy music together, heavy rock together, and you threw Little John in there somewhere, that's Fame on Fire.
There you go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Now, thank you again so much for this time. And before we leave, where can fans follow you guys online?
You guys can follow us on all our socials. FameOnFireBand.com. You can go there, see literally everything. YouTube, Spotify, just type in Fame on Fire. You can follow me on Instagram if you want to at I Miss the Old Bryan. I don't know anybody else's Instagram handle, but I know mine. And yeah, you guys can just check us out, YouTube, Spotify, everything, Facebook, Twitter, any place. Just type in Fame on Fire on Google, you'll find everything. Or you can just go to our website. You can check out Levels. There's a merch store on there, so check it out.
Awesome. And Bryan, before we go, is there anything else you'd like to say to fans?
Hopefully we get to see all of you guys this year. If not, we'll see you next year. And, we're really excited to be back out on the road and to see our fans and, the old ones and the new ones that we don't even know that we made.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, we're excited.
Awesome. And thank you again for your time. I appreciate it.
Of course, thank you.
And as always, thank you guys for spending this time with us. Make sure you check them out. I'm pumped. We're going to be seeing them tonight. It's my first time seeing them live. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
So make sure you follow them, show them some love. And until next time, thank you so much. We love you all. God bless, and rock on. 'Cause nobody can know. I won't let it show.